Here's a question that might change how you think about wellness. What if I told you there's a crimson fruit hiding in plain sight that contains 5 times more antioxidants than red wine, and scientists are calling it the most powerful natural antioxidant ever discovered? Welcome to The Wellness Code, where we uncover the science behind nature's most extraordinary gifts. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into a rediscovery that's sending shockwaves through nutrition labs from California to Europe. Before we reveal this remarkable fruit and explore the groundbreaking research behind it, I want to invite you to join our growing community. If you're passionate about evidence-based wellness and want to stay ahead of the latest scientific discoveries, hit that subscribe button right now. And if today's episode resonates with you, and I have a feeling it will, please share it with someone who cares about their health. Your support helps us continue bringing you cutting-edge wellness information backed by real science. Now, let's get into something truly extraordinary.
You know, there's something almost poetic about how science works. Every so often, researchers stumble upon something that's been right in front of humanity for thousands of years. Yet somehow, we'd forgotten its true power. This is exactly what happened when 2 distinguished scientists at UCLA decided to take a closer look at an ancient fruit that civilizations before us had revered as a symbol of life, wealth, and rebirth. Dr. David Heber, the founding director of the UCLA Center for Human Nutrition, and Dr. Xiaoping Li, chief of the Division of Clinical Nutrition at UCLA, led a team of researchers in what would become one of the most fascinating nutritional discoveries of recent years. They were examining the pomegranate. Yes, that beautiful crimson autumn fruit that you've probably walked past at the grocery store dozens of times. But here's what makes this story remarkable. When these scientists placed pomegranate samples under advanced chromatographs in laboratories across California, what they found defied all their expectations. They weren't just looking at another healthy fruit. They were looking at what Dr. Heber himself would later describe as the largest and most effective antioxidant known. Let me put this in perspective for you. When researchers compare foods for their antioxidant power, they typically measure something called antioxidant capacity. In these tests, pomegranates didn't just edge out the competition, they dominated it. We're talking about grapes, berries, apples, and even red wine, which has long been considered the gold standard for antioxidant-rich foods. The pomegranate surpassed them all. 5 times more antioxidants than red wine. Just pause and think about that for a moment. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly gives pomegranates this extraordinary power? The answer lies in their unique chemical composition. Inside this crimson fruit, scientists discovered complex bioactive compounds called polyphenols and ellagitannins. These aren't your ordinary antioxidants. They represent some of the most sophisticated defensive molecules that nature has ever created. What's particularly fascinating is how these compounds work in your body. When you consume pomegranates, the polyphenols journey through your digestive system, where they undergo a remarkable transformation. They're fermented into smaller biomolecules that enter your bloodstream and begin releasing multiple beneficial nutrients, all without any notable side effects. It's like nature designed the perfect delivery system for wellness. Think about it. For centuries, perhaps millennia, this fruit thrived in harsh conditions, developing an incredibly rich nutritional profile to survive. Ancient civilizations intuited its value, incorporating it into their diets and even their spiritual practices. But only now, with modern analytical technology, are we truly understanding why our ancestors were so wise to treasure this fruit. The rediscovery of pomegranate's power isn't just about nostalgia or returning to ancient wisdom, though there's certainly value in that. It's about modern science validating what our ancestors somehow knew, that this crimson fruit represents one of nature's most generous gifts to human health.
Let's get into the fascinating science that makes pomegranates such a powerhouse.
Because when you understand how something works, you can make more informed decisions about your health. When the UCLA research team analyzed pomegranates, they were specifically looking for bioactive compounds, molecules that have a biological effect on the human body. What they found was extraordinary: a concentrated arsenal of polyphenols and ellagitannins that work together in sophisticated ways. But what exactly are these compounds doing for you? First, let's talk about what makes an antioxidant powerful. You've probably heard the term antioxidant thrown around in marketing and health circles, but here's what it actually means. In your body, there are unstable molecules called free radicals. Think of them as tiny troublemakers that bounce around, causing cellular damage. This damage, called oxidative stress, is linked to inflammation, aging, and numerous chronic diseases. Antioxidants are the peacekeepers. They neutralize these free radicals before they can cause harm. But here's the key: not all antioxidants are created equal. The antioxidants found in pomegranates are particularly effective at this neutralization process. In fact, they're so effective that they outperform nearly every other natural source we know of. The pomegranate's antioxidant profile is second to none when compared to other celebrated foods. This isn't marketing hype. This is what advanced laboratory analysis revealed. The polyphenols in pomegranates are especially potent, and when they're broken down in your digestive system, they create a cascade of protective effects throughout your body. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Remember how we compared pomegranates to red wine? Red wine has been celebrated for decades for its antioxidant content, particularly something called resveratrol. It's one of the reasons people talk about the French paradox, the observation that French people have relatively low rates of heart disease despite a diet rich in saturated fats, partially attributed to red wine consumption. But here's the million-dollar question that Dr. Heber and his team effectively answered. What if you want those powerful antioxidant benefits without the alcohol? This is where pomegranate truly shines. You get all the antioxidant power, actually 5 times more power than red wine, without any of the downsides of alcohol consumption. No impaired judgment, no liver stress, no next-day headaches. Just pure, concentrated nutritional benefit. For people who don't drink alcohol for health reasons, religious beliefs, pregnancy, or personal choice, this is transformative information. You're not missing out on anything. In fact, you're getting something far superior. The research also revealed something else remarkable. Pomegranate's bioactive compounds don't just work in isolation. They create what scientists call a synergistic effect. Different compounds working together to produce benefits that are greater than the sum of their parts. It's like nature composed a symphony of molecules, each playing its part in perfect harmony to support your health.
What's also crucial to understand is that these benefits come from the whole fruit, not just one isolated compound. This is important because the modern food industry often tries to extract single active ingredients and market them separately. But pomegranates work their magic through the complex interaction of numerous compounds working together, the way nature intended. Now that we understand the science, let's talk about what this means for your health, because knowledge without application is just trivia. What really matters is how this information can improve your life. The research on pomegranates has revealed a stunning array of health benefits, and what's exciting is that more are being discovered all the time. Let's walk through some of the most significant findings. Cardiovascular health. Your heart is working every second of every day, pumping blood through miles of blood vessels. The antioxidants in pomegranates have been shown to support cardiovascular health in multiple ways. They help maintain healthy blood vessels, support proper blood flow, and contribute to overall heart function. Research has specifically indicated that pomegranate consumption can help reduce blood pressure, a critical factor in cardiovascular wellness. Think about what this means: a natural food that supports the organ system responsible for keeping you alive. That's not insignificant. Fighting inflammation.
Inflammation is at the root of so many modern health challenges. When your body is in a constant state of low-grade inflammation, it creates an environment where chronic diseases can flourish. The polyphenols in pomegranates are known to help prevent inflammation, acting as a natural anti-inflammatory without the side effects of pharmaceutical interventions. Cellular health and anti-aging. Here's something we all care about: aging. While we can't stop time, we can influence how we age. The antioxidants in pomegranates support cell rejuvenation, what scientists call anti-aging effects. By protecting your cells from oxidative damage, pomegranates help maintain cellular integrity, which translates to healthier skin, better organ function, and overall vitality as you age. It's not about chasing eternal youth, it's about maintaining quality of life and cellular health throughout your years. Neurological benefits. Perhaps one of the most exciting areas of pomegranate research involves brain health. Scientists have found that pomegranates offer multiple neurological benefits, including potential protection against complications associated with Alzheimer's disease. Given that cognitive decline is one of the most feared aspects of aging, this is profoundly important research. Your brain, like every other part of your body, is susceptible to oxidative stress. The powerful antioxidants in pomegranates cross the blood-brain barrier and provide protective effects where you need them most.
And the list goes on. Here's what's truly remarkable. Scientists are still uncovering benefits. As Dr. Heber and other researchers continue their work, new applications and benefits keep emerging. This isn't a fruit that's been fully explored and cataloged. It's an ongoing discovery. The beverage industry has taken notice. Nutritionists and food scientists have been clamoring for plant-based antioxidants, and the pomegranate discovery is making huge waves. You're seeing new wellness blends and products featuring pomegranates, not because of clever marketing, but because the science is genuinely compelling. But here's my advice. While pomegranate-based products can be beneficial, nothing beats the whole fruit or pure pomegranate juice without added sugars or artificial ingredients. You want those complex compounds working together the way nature designed them. Now, let's be clear about something important. Pomegranates are not a magic cure-all. No single food is. They're one powerful tool in a comprehensive approach to wellness that should include a varied diet, regular physical activity, adequate sleep, stress management, and regular medical care. But within that context, pomegranates represent one of the most powerful nutritional choices you can make. They're what I call a high-impact food, something that delivers extraordinary benefits relative to its consumption. So how do you actually incorporate pomegranates into your life? Let's get practical, because information without action is just entertainment. Choosing quality pomegranates. First, when you're shopping for pomegranates, look for fruits that feel heavy for their size. This indicates they're full of juice and fresh. The skin should be firm and unbroken. Color can vary from light to deep red, and both can be perfectly ripe. If you're intimidated by the idea of opening a pomegranate, don't be. There are plenty of techniques available. A quick search will show you methods that make it easy and mess-free. Or you can buy pre-packaged arils, the juicy seeds, if convenience is your priority, though they're typically more expensive. Fresh juice versus commercial products. If you prefer juice, look for 100% pomegranate juice with no added sugars or fillers. The label should list pomegranate as the only ingredient or primarily pomegranate with minimal other natural ingredients. Be aware that some pomegranate products contain very little actual pomegranate. Always read the label. Better yet, if you have access to a juicer, making fresh pomegranate juice at home ensures you're getting the full benefit of those bioactive compounds we discussed. Making it a habit. The key to benefiting from any food is consistency. Rather than having pomegranate once and expecting miracles, think about how you can make it a regular part of your routine. Maybe it's adding arrows to your morning yogurt or oatmeal. Perhaps it's a glass of pomegranate juice with breakfast, or tossing arrows into salads for a burst of flavor and nutrition. The beauty of pomegranates is their versatility. They work in sweet and savory dishes alike. They're delicious on their own, or they can enhance countless recipes. A global wellness movement. What we're witnessing is really a global shift back toward plant-based nutrition informed by cutting-edge science. People around the world, from Los Angeles to London, from New York to Amsterdam, are rediscovering foods like pomegranates and understanding their true value. This isn't about following a fad diet or chasing the latest trend. It's about making informed choices based on solid research conducted by respected institutions like UCLA. It's about recognizing that sometimes the most powerful health interventions aren't found in a pharmacy. They're found in nature. The ancient civilizations that revered pomegranates as symbols of life, wealth, and rebirth weren't wrong. They understood something profound that we're only now rediscovering with modern science. In many ways, we've come full circle, but now we have the scientific understanding to explain why these foods are so powerful.
As we wrap up today's episode, I want you to think about something. How often do we walk past profound solutions to our health challenges, not recognizing their value? The pomegranate story is a reminder that nature has been conducting research and development for millions of years. The compounds in this crimson fruit weren't designed in a laboratory. They evolved over countless generations as this plant adapted to survive in harsh conditions. And now, thanks to scientists like Dr. David Heber and Dr. Xiaoping Li at UCLA, we're beginning to understand the true magnitude of what nature created. 5 times the antioxidants of red wine, the largest and most effective antioxidant known to science. Support for your heart, brain, cells, and overall vitality, all wrapped in a beautiful, delicious fruit that our ancestors revered thousands of years ago. That's the kind of discovery that deserves to be shared. If today's episode has opened your eyes to the power of pomegranates, or if you learned something valuable about nutrition science, I want to ask you for 2 things. First, subscribe to the Wellness Code if you haven't already. We're committed to bringing you evidence-based wellness information that can genuinely improve your life. Every episode dives deep into scientific research to separate fact from fiction in the world of health and nutrition. Second, share this episode. Send it to family members who are interested in heart health. Share it with friends who are looking for natural ways to support their wellness. Post it in your social media communities where people care about evidence-based nutrition. Information this valuable deserves to spread, and you can be part of that ripple effect. Also, I love hearing from you. Leave a comment telling me, have you tried pomegranates? What's your experience with them? Or what topic would you like us to explore next? Your feedback shapes this podcast and helps us create content that truly serves your needs. Remember, small changes in what we choose to eat can create profound changes in how we feel, how we age, and how we experience life. The Crimson Revolution isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about making informed choices, one decision at a time.
Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for caring about your health enough to seek out credible, science-based information. And thank you for being part of this community that believes in the power of nature, validated by rigorous science. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and remember, the most extraordinary solutions are often hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to recognize their true value. Before we close, I need to make something very clear. The information shared in this podcast is for educational purposes only. It does not replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. While pomegranates are a wonderful addition to a healthy diet for most people, everyone's health situation is unique. If you have any medical conditions, are taking medications, or have specific health concerns, please consult with qualified healthcare professionals before making significant dietary changes. Some medications can interact with certain foods, including pomegranates, so it's essential to discuss any dietary additions with your doctor or registered dietitian. This podcast is about sharing scientific findings and helping you make informed choices.
but those choices should always be made in consultation with medical professionals who know your individual health history. This has been the Wellness Code. I'm your host, reminding you that your health is your wealth. Invest in it wisely.